For thousands of years, the default human action was doing nothing. When we had to wait for something, when we had a spare 5 minutes, we would just sit, maybe twiddle our thumbs, maybe just think about how our day's going. But in this modern era, that has been replaced with scrolling. If we are going on transportation, if we're waiting for somebody, our first thought when we have nothing else to do is to whip out our phones and start scrolling. And it's a kind of gambling in a way, because we're gambling our time to get a quick dopamine hit. We're gambling hours of our lives sometimes so we can have a funny video, because we are so disgusted with the idea of boredom. Like, boredom is the biggest first world problem, it seems. We hate being bored. But what we have to understand is that boredom is so powerful, because boredom precedes action. Action precedes success. It is by being bored that all great things happen. So we need to embrace it. But instead of doing that, we seek stimulation. We seek to numb ourselves by spending hours watching these videos. And I have to say, I have had the best realizations from my life. Not from scrolling, not through a funny video I saw that made me think of something deep. No. I have had my best epiphanies from doing nothing. I have had my best moments, my best realizations, my best ideas from simply doing nothing. Now, I would much rather do nothing than scroll. Now, there are plenty of other things I'd rather do than nothing, of course, but it's the nothing that begins the something. When you're left with nothing, you have a choice of what you do next, and sadly a lot of people choose to get out on their phone, watch YouTube for hours, scroll on Instagram, scroll on TikTok, and then the sun goes down, they go to sleep, next day start the whole cycle again. And that's really a shame. I remember a friend I knew back in college and high school that he was always on TikTok, always when we're on the bus, just scrolling. And I genuinely asked him, I said, what value does that, how does that benefit you in any way? And he was like, oh, I there's some educational TikToks, and one of them was like a history channel where it told you the fact on this particular video was telling you how old Buddhism was. That is not useful at all. In your daily life, you're not going to use the information of how many thousands of years old Buddhism is. And even if that came up, you probably wouldn't remember it. You probably wouldn't recall it. Like, tell me, can you recall all the videos that you watched, or even the last 10 videos that you watched on TikTok, on YouTube, or whatever, yesterday in order? Probably not. Because you were simply just thinking about the moment. You weren't fully present. You were just sort of absorbing this media, hoping to just pass the time. And I did this for a while. And sometimes I still do it now. Sometimes I'll catch myself watching YouTube videos for too long. But I think that's a benefit of me becoming more present, is that I'm able to catch myself and realize how long it's been that I've been on these devices, use them more mindfully. But there's so many people out there who, they say, oh, just 5 minutes, ends up being 5 hours. Their entire day has been wasted on their phone. That is scary. Really scary. So, when I do nothing, I just think about things. I think about situations I've had, I think about things I've learned, I think about future scenarios, I think about what should I do next, what should I eat, stuff like that. And it's all of these bored sessions where I've been able to do something. Like recently, I've just started to draw again. I haven't done that in a while. And it was boredom that made me want to start recording this video. I'd eaten my breakfast and I did go on YouTube for a bit, I will admit, but then I just sort of snapped out of it because I was like, well, my parents were out of the house. If I wait anymore. If I procrastinate anymore, then I'm just not going to get the video done. So here I am. And it's from being bored that I've allowed myself to be creative and do great stuff. Now, it is difficult. I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm not going to act like I'm superior to everyone else, saying, oh, I've been able to defeat scrolling. It's not like that. You simply just need to replace scrolling with something else. Find a vocation. Find a hobby. Like I said, I've been drawing recently. I've been getting into film camera photography. I make these videos. I journal. I write down my thoughts. I read books. And reading, I have to say, is 10 times better than scrolling as well. Like, if you can replace reading or replace scrolling with reading, you are going to retain so much information, learn so much more. Because, like I said, I've had people say to me, oh, I need TikTok because it helps me with my history and I can learn these things and it helps me with my fashion sense. No, it doesn't. You could mindfully think about your fashion sense by going to a fashion store, going to a clothes store and browsing and coming up with your own ideas. Sure, you can get inspiration with people, but go outside and actually have a look around. These TikToks mean nothing. Learning from these TikToks, learning from these YouTube videos means zilch if you don't use the knowledge. And that's why I say I would much rather do nothing than watch TikToks and consume media. Because nothing precedes action. Boredom precedes action. Boredom is one of the most powerful emotions we can feel because it's the thing that comes before an action, a doing, something that allows you to reach your potential. Yet we just see, oh, I'm so bored, oh, no, it's so boring, I don't know what to do. Do something then, or at least embrace nothing. But for the love of all that is holy, do not scroll. Do not waste your life away, because you will come to regret it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that splendiferous stuff. I'll see you in the next one. God bless, and take very good care of yourself.